all running. Go live, go live. We're live and live. Refresh, and we are live. Refresh, you should show live. You are showing live. We are live everywhere. All right, so how's your day going?
Um, it's actually going okay. I went and pre-ordered FIFA. Um, and then I don't know. I just yeah, I came home, just chilled, went and had some dinner earlier because I slept for like 8 hours during the day. Um, but yeah, apart from that, it's been okay. It's been normal. I'm feeling a lot better now than I was, obviously from a couple days ago.
Right. Well, that's good.
Thank you.
That's really good.
But yeah, I mean, it's been okay. How about you?
Not too bad. So, I did find out. Listen to this shit, okay? Um, I don't know exactly how big my lot is, that my trailer sits on. Um, but the lots usually aren't too large. Um, so I know it's at least the length and the width of my place. And I think the length of my place is 72 foot by, I think it's 16 foot. So my lot is probably somewhere in the neighborhood of like 100 by 30.
Okay.
Um, Maybe a little bit more. Um, like in my brain, I'm like, okay, it's 400 square feet is how big my lot is. Okay. Um, if you don't cut your grass, then uh, basically the landlord does it and they charge you, which I mean that's understandable, correct? Oh no, did I lose you?
Yeah, I guess. No,
Okay.
no, no, no. I was just thinking about what to say back. No, I guess that's fair. I would say that's fair. I would normally just say just like leave it be, but I mean they gotta make sure that their land is neat and tidy and things like that. So yeah, no, I'd say that was okay.
Right. Well, as long as it wasn't like crazy.
Yeah,
Okay.
as long as it looks, as long as it looks neat and it looks looked after, right?
Right. Okay. So apparently corporate came in on uh the 7th and was like this yard and this yard needs cut. Well, mine was one of those yards. Okay? So this was at the time of them coming, it was day 10 since I cut my grass previously. Okay? I
Okay.
I cut my grass every 2 weeks. Like either on Saturday or Sunday, depending on whatever. Um, and the 7th was a Wednesday. So they forced cutting my grass like without my permission. And then they went to charge us. Do you want to know how much it cost for them to cut my 400 square foot worth of fucking grass?
Well, how much it cost them, or how much they're saying it cost?
How much they're charging me?
Go on.
$40.
What the fuck? Well, that's about
Oh yeah, and not to mention
£6 less, yeah.
that 400 square foot uh of area that's outside. Um there's a large chunk that's just dirt where grass isn't growing, so it's actually probably closer to like it's probably closer to 300 square foot. But still, like $1 per 10 square foot. Like honestly, if you had a riding mower, like one of the larger like commercial ones, not like the smaller ones that you would get, for your personal use,
Yeah,
um,
I know what you're on about.
like you could cut the grass in maybe 6 minutes. Like it should be like one or two passes up and down, or two or three passes up and down.
Yeah.
Like that's how small my yard is. Okay. Um, and if you figure up, and if you do the math, well, that's 10 yards that they can cut per hour at $40 per yard. That's $400 an hour. Now, so they're paying an on-site. I think they're paying an on-site person to do it. Now, if they were paying the on-site person $400 an hour to do it, I would be perfectly fine with it. I would still be pissed because $40 is a lot, especially when I cut my own fucking grass. But like I guarantee that dude's getting paid like 20 or 30 bucks an hour.
Yeah, I agree.
And then they're pocketing the fucking rest. So I talked to my landlord. I was like, "Look, what the fuck?" I was like, I don't mind paying because so basically what it is the corporate people basically they just wanted all the grass cut at the same time, so it all grows at the same time, which is understandable.
Yeah.
I mean, you can like the reasoning behind it. I'm not mad about. And looking at my yard, it was in the process of like, yes, it needs cut, but it wasn't like wild or overgrown or crazy or like I said, it was day 10 since I cut my grass last. And that's not, 10 days after cutting your grass, the grass isn't crazy. So, um, yeah, I'm so pissed about it.
Yeah, I would be. It's fucking. That absolutely takes the fucking piss.
And it was just him cutting the grass. It wasn't also like they require us to weed eat and do edging too. Uh, but hilariously, we're not allowed to store things outside.
So
Like
what the
I'm
fuck are you able to do?
well, I have no idea. Like they're trying to make it so that way, like if they actually came and paid attention, I would get in trouble for parking my lawnmower underneath my porch.
Why aren't you allowed to store it there?
Why why can't I? Because it looks
Yeah.
it looks messy.
Oh, as if they give a shit.
Well, like where the fuck am I supposed to put it?
Yeah.
Like we don't have sheds here. The whole entire place doesn't have sheds. There might be a couple people that live here that have a shed, but just there's no general storage here for the people. So it's like what the fuck am I supposed to do? So
Exactly.
it's almost like they're trying to tie our hands in order to make it so that way they have to cut it.
Yeah, it sounds a bit scummy to me.
Because like they're like especially for me, they're not making very much money off of me. Because like I'm only paying $400 a month,
Yeah.
and I'm getting free internet. So you can take out another $100. So I'm only paying $300 a month for my lot. So they're not making very much money. So they're trying to fucking juice out as much as possible. Or at
Yeah,
least
but I don't think they should.
that's what it
I don't
feels
think they
like.
should. I don't think they should be allowed to just like squeeze money out of you just because they're not getting some out of you. Because the reason they're not getting some out of you isn't because you're not paying what you're supposed to be paying. It's just because you don't have a lot from there.
Well, it's because I own my place. Like that's why they're not getting as much from me. But also they know that they can't charge me too much because if if rent goes up too far, then I'll fucking move. which I'm sure they would be perfectly fine with, because then they could put in a no fucking trailer here and, get $1,200-$1,300 a month.
Time to fuck off.
I really can't because I have no way of moving my
I
place.
know.
It's a
I
little too
know.
expensive. But yeah. And like when I was talking to the office manager, like I was talking to her, I was like, so because the regional manager felt like the grass needed cut, it can force me into having the grass cut. So if they felt like my grass needed cut every day, then they could come in and cut my grass every single day and charge me for it, correct? Because if it just goes
Well,
off
well,
of
by
their
their logic,
fucking.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly, and that's what I was like, and that's what I was talking about. I tried to use the slippery slope argument on her, because honestly, that's what it feels like. Because, like I said, like I mean, this is the 16th of September. Okay, this is the first
Mm-hmm.
time I've been charged for somebody else cutting my grass this whole summer. Matter of fact, this whole time I've lived here, and I've been here for 2 years. What does that tell you?
Okay.
What does that tell you? That
It tells me that you
somebody
cut your own
fucked
grass.
up?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes, I cut my own grass. Now I did get a
It's
warning. I did get a warning a couple weeks ago about needing to weed eat, but that's because I didn't think my weed eater worked. But comes to find out it did, but yeah, that's all taken care of, and I have no problems with that. No more.
okay, good.
And that was the only time I've ever gotten a warning too, and it was deserving. It was definitely a jungle in front of the house.
I think some landlords are fucking bastards. Really are.
Well, like
But they can get away with it because they can do what they want, can't they?
exactly because they have the money. Because like we're like so when I moved in here, it was owned by a different business or different corporation, and now it is owned by somebody else, and it's just because they had the money to buy it, now they get to fucking dictate everything. So like my first year, let's see, when did they buy it? I want to say it was like 6 months ago. So like my first year and a half here, I had one set of rules, and then they came in and I got a new set of rules. And it's like, well, fuck, how much is going to change? What's going to change? And I mean, like in our lease, it states that we need to keep our yard cleaned and everything, or mowed or whatever you want to call it. Which again, I'm perfectly fine with. Like I said, it gets cut every other weekend.
Yeah.
Um, and like there are some points throughout the year where, that's not very good to do because like in that transition between like spring and summer, grass grows pretty well. Um, so maybe cutting it every week would be a little bit better. Like ideally, I think probably 10 days is the best. But, I mean, think of everybody who lives here. If they work a 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, they have the weekend to cut the grass, and it doesn't need done every week. That's a waste of time and money, especially because we're not like out there watering our grass and, feeding it and, doing all that shit. It's just whatever Mother Nature does.
Right.
Now if you're somebody that cares about your lawn and you're weeding and feeding and all that other shit, then yeah, you cut every week. But it also grows a lot faster than my lawn would.
Yeah, exactly.
So I was sleeping. She called me and left me a message. I'm gotta call her on Monday to see what she has to say. And I told her, I was like, look, I do understand all that stuff, and it's fine that you charged me. Just I feel like $40 is fucking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it is. Cut grass is fucking mad. Takes a piss.
I mean, like when I cut grass when I was younger, granted it was way different because um I was a kid, and it was, 25 years ago. But like for the size of the lot here, I charged $5. You know, so fast forward 25 years, and you're trying to tell me that fucking inflation is 8 times higher than it was when I was a child? No.
I don't think they believe that it is. They just fucking try to rinse you as much as they can.
Yeah.
Because why the fuck not, right?
Yeah. Well, and also like when I was talking to her, I was like, look, $40 is just way too much. Like I think 20 is still way too much, but it's more fair and acceptable. Um, but I told
Yeah.
her, I was like, look, like they didn't weed eat or edge, so if you're going to charge me $40, because that's what my lease says, that if they have to mow, edge, and weed eat, that they're going to charge me $40. And this is weekly, by the way. So that's $160 a month to keep your fucking yard uptended. But anyways, if they do that, and I told her, I was like, look, they didn't weed or edge, so where's the money that got taken out for that? Either send them over to weed eat and edge my yard or reduce my bill.
What they say to that.
She's like, well, I'll take it up with the higher ups. She's such a sweetheart. Like, I hate being like, and I told her, I was like, look, I'm not trying to be an asshole or nothing, because like she's really nice, and from what I've talked to her, it does sound like that she's on our side, but it's like there's only so much you can do when the fucking higher ups come in. Um, but like I've been here for 2 years, never been late on rent, never had any problem with any of the neighbors. Nobody's ever had any problems with me. I got that one warning, um, like 2 months ago or a month and a half ago, uh, but that was completely my fault. Uh, so in front of my house, I have there's like a garden bed there that's enclosed, and the only way you can like either I would have to lift up the lawnmower and put it in there, and I still wouldn't be able to cut it all, or you would have to weed eat it. And like I said, I didn't think my weed eater worked, so I didn't
Right.
I didn't have a way to cut in it. So like it would like grass was literally like 3 foot tall. Well, but like
Jesus.
2.5 foot of it couldn't have been seen because the wall that's built around it.
Right.
So, but yeah. So like that one I understand. That's on me. Like I need to go to the the store here, like the Home Depot, and get some kill all. I don't know exactly what I need, but I need to go in there, talk to the person, be like, look, I just want something that I can throw down on the ground and it will kill every fucking living thing there. I don't care if it's grass, mole people, bugs, just kill everything.
Fair enough. Holy shit.
Well, because like I don't want to deal with it because it's a pain in the ass. Like honestly, the best thing to do would be to kill everything and then throw gravel in there. That would be the best option.
Right.
But that costs money. Yay, fun days. So yeah, that was my day. So eventful.
Landlord, I honestly just think landlords are scumbags. I really do. The shit that they pull.
Oh, I agree.
Not obviously not every landlord. You do get some like golden eggs like sometimes, Rarely, but sometimes.
Well, it
Um,
honestly, they're almost like cops.
what do you mean?
Well, most landlords suck, right?
Oh yeah,
Most cops suck.
all cops are bastards.
You know, you're going to have a handful that are good, but you know, just because there's a couple good ones, their good name gets tarnished because of all the bad ones.
Yeah,
You know,
fair enough. I see what you're saying.
and honestly, the landlord that we had before, like they were great. Like I had absolutely no problems, and everything was fucking amazing. And it's like I feel like that it was a corporation that bought us, some fucking, you know, Blackstone or whatever the fuck they're called. Some hedge fund, in New York bought us, and we are no longer people, we are products.
Yeah,
And that's not the way to do things. At
they're
least
not gonna give a shit though.
at least through my eyes. That's not the way you're supposed to fucking do things.
No, I feel you. I get it.
Like it should be illegal for corporations to own real estate, uh, residential real estate. They can own corporate real estate. That's perfectly fine. Like that's because like your business can own the fucking building it's in. That makes sense. But like, is it Blackstone? I have to look it up. Uh, nope. Fuck. Who is it? I know it's. I'm pretty sure it's Black something. Oh, fuck. Maybe it is Blackstone. Yeah. So they have um the value of their global real estate portfolio is $577 billion. Like that shouldn't be oh wait. Um oh, okay, that's just in total. But yeah, like that's just it shouldn't be legal. It should be against the fucking law.
Yeah, it's disgusting to have all that behind you. I do agree, but
Or
they got
make
the money
it
to just say fuck you, and you gotta wipe your chin and walk away.
or make it so that way corporations can only handle, so much real estate. So that way if somebody wants to, like run a business for real estate, they have like 8 houses that they manage and all that stuff, make that corporate or whatever. Um, something like that's fine. But like, put a cap at like, $50 million. And I know 50 million sounds really high, but I'm thinking that, especially in like California, regular houses are like millions of dollars. So,
Yeah, yeah.
so like 50 million is not too bad. But like a fucking $500 billion, that's fucking so much real estate. Like, okay, I think the average home in the US is 365. Um, Average house in US. 428,000. Okay, so they have $577 billion. That's million. In assets. If you divide that by the average cost of a U.S. house, they have a little over 1.3 million homes.
Fucking, that's a lot of homes.
Why do they need it?
Because they're rich and they need their yachts.
I mean, like,
God.
so honestly, 1.3 million homes isn't that much.
Well, to me, that sounds like a massive number.
Well, when you have 333 million people living in your country, 1.3 million homes isn't that much. I mean, hell, even if you had 5 members of a family living in a house, that's only a population of 7 million people. So, I mean, like, when you break it down like that, it's really not that much, but like, I guarantee they don't have like average houses because like this place, the place that they bought here, there's like 100 lots here, you know, that each one has a home on it. So, and I guarantee each one of these homes was not, $400,000. Not saying they were owned by Blackstone, or is it BlackRock? Oh, it might be BlackRock.
Do you think there should be a cap as to what landlords can charge you?
Um, I don't know. That I don't know the answer to. Uh, maybe like on a local level, it should be. Um, I because like I don't know how you would figure that out.
Yeah, I don't either. That's why I asked you. There's a lot of banging outside my house.
Oh, I was wrong. It's not Blackstone. Apparently Blackstone is fucking massive too. Why is all these black names fucking owning everything? Um, well, and also so with Blackstone, that was also international. The $500 billion. Um, but BlackRock, apparently they own 40% or 20% of the total real estate in the United States.
Oh, okay then.
Okay,
Fucking
then.
jokes.
Oh,
No, I know.
I
I'm
was ready
taking
to
a
say
piss.
they
I was
own
waiting for you.
1/5 of fucking every home in this country, and you're like, okay, that's cool.
No, I was waiting for you to react, but it was delayed, so I thought, oh no, let me get in there quick. They shouldn't be able to. They shouldn't be able to because eventually, what that leads is to people owning a monopoly.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm sure that's what they want.
Well, of course, it's what they want because it makes them that sweet moolah. And Matt, you're being really selfish and saying that they shouldn't have it. They need yachts and they need mansions.
That's true. Hey, did you know that King Charles is a self-made millionaire?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, he is.
I'm just waiting for the punchline.
I'm not. That's what he said.
Well, he's
uh,
not a self-made millionaire. He's talking shit. Hold on, wait. Is it? Hold on. Let me read this. It's not. This is bullshit. Hang on a minute. Whoa. Let me read myself. Hold on. Charles, well, go back up.
Hold on, I'm looking for where he actually says it.
This is absolute bollocks. What does he mean? We fucking
Well,
paid
okay,
him.
so apparently he's done some um he founded Dutchy Originals in 1990. Uh
Oh, well, he was a Prince of Wales to market produced from his farm. Operates the
Organic
largest
food and
organic food and drink
drink.
brand in the United Kingdom.
Dutchy Originals
Yeah.
earns nearly $4 million before taxes a year. Okay, so
Okay, but what I want to know is, right? How much money did it cost to start this Dutchy Originals?
it
How much
doesn't
money was
matter. He's
pumped into that for it to
self-made.
succeed? He's such a bullshitting cunt. I gotta slap him on his grey hair. He's a blagger. Just because the company he made millions doesn't mean that he's a self fucking made one.
Yeah, I think he's missing over the important part. Uh,
Yeah. How the fuck he
the
started it?
yeah,
Our
the
money.
self-made part. Um, like if somebody gave me $1 million to start a company, and I turned that into a multi-million-dollar company, I wouldn't then be a self-made millionaire. Because that's just not how it works.
No, I know.
Like I'm pretty sure that CNN was just like using that as a punchline, to get people to click on it, which I totally absolutely did. Yeah, because like it doesn't say anywhere in here that uh that Charles like claimed to be self-made millionaire or anything like that. It's just saying that like he's done some work that has turned companies into profitable $1 million companies. But if I had the backing of the English Empire, then yeah, I think I might be able to do something too. Maybe.
Yes, you get me.
Hmm.
So yeah, did you get me?
Yeah. So you want to watch this video? It's so good. It's like 4 minutes long. Yeah, it's like right at 4 minutes long.
Yeah. You'll have to mute me though,
I know.
because I'm gonna play through the TV and I don't have any playback. All right, no worries. Let me unmute. I'm ready when you are.
Okay, so I have zero idea who this woman is. The white woman. The woman on the left, she talks a little bit later, and they actually give um, who she is, and she is an attorney for uh, Lawyers for Civil Rights. Um, so like she's an attorney. I have absolutely no idea who the other woman is. Um, does it say? Oh, Rachel Self. Apparently, she's an attorney too. So they might both be attorneys for that thing that I said. Uh, Lawyers for Civil Rights. Um,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure. But it does say who she is. Um, so what this is regarding is the planes that Governor DeSantis sent to Martha's Vineyard. Um, with all the immigrants on it.
Right.
Okay, this move is backfiring way more than Republicans think it is. For two reasons. First, there might be legal grounds here. For like human trafficking. And also some other things. She's going to talk a little bit about that. But second, and I think probably the most important thing is they're trying to make. Well, as a matter of fact, I'll show you the video that Ron DeSantis put out right after. It's like 10 seconds long, 15 seconds long. But this I wanted you to hear because like this is the people of Martha's Vineyard that are just they're fucking fed up with the crap and like I think they're going to go after them. So, you ready?
Yeah, just bear with me a second. I wanted to know if you saw what Ben Shapiro said about this, because he said something. Hold on. I'm just pulling up the tweet. So he said... I saw it earlier and I was going to show you. Where is it? Oh, where the fuck did it go? Because I just want to know what you think on it. No, it wasn't that.
You said it was from Ben Shapiro?
Yeah. Okay, so it said, I think it said, Gavin Newsom says it's absolutely cruel and terrible for legal immigrants to take tickets to Martha's Vineyard. Children must not be political pawns. Also, he's running billboards in red states encouraging women to travel across state lines to kill their preborn children. So he's using like an abortion as like a talking, or as like a backfire tactic, or like a punchback tactic, as him saying that children shouldn't be political pawns.
Yeah.
As I was saying, thoughts and prayers to the people of Martha's Vineyard, who are under a state of humanitarian crisis thanks to the presence of 50 illegal immigrants.
See, this is the problem that like Ben Shapiro just doesn't understand. So I'm looking at his Twitter right now. So he says Democrats are fine with tens of thousands of illegal immigrants being dumped on the federal government on small, largely Hispanic towns in Texas. They only go berserk when some of those illegal immigrants are put onto buses in blue areas. That's not why people are fucking pissed. Like, that's not why fucking people are pissed. People are pissed because, like, they're putting them on buses and lying to them to get them on the buses and then not notifying fucking where the buses are landing that anybody is coming.
Yeah, he's being
disingenuous.
Especially with that abortion thing. Like, he's being a bit of a bastard saying that, isn't he?
Oh, yeah. Well, fucking everything about him is fucking... He's a bastard, period.
Yeah, I know. I know you hate him. Yeah, I'm ready to start the video whenever you are, man.
Okay. Just pulling everything back up.
Okay.
Alright. Go to play.
Arrived last night make it clear that they were lied to again and again and fraudulently induced to board the planes. They were told there was a surprise present for them and that there would be jobs and housing awaiting for them when they arrived. This was obviously a sadistic lie. Not only did those responsible for this stunt know that there was no housing and no employment awaiting the migrants, they also very intentionally chose not to call ahead to any single office authority on Martha's Vineyard so that even the most basic human needs arrangements could be made, ensuring that no help awaited the migrants at all was the entire point. They were provided with a cartoonishly simple map of Martha's Vineyard and the United States and a brief brochure containing snippets from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts website and instructions to change their address with USCIS when they relocated. This is especially troubling as anyone with even the most basic understanding of the immigration proceedings knows that USCIS was not the agency with whom the migrants would have to record their addresses and has nothing to do with their cases in any way. It is clear that this was an intentional attempt to ensure that these migrants were removed in absentia when they failed to change their address with the proper agency. This was a purposeful derailment designed to prevent people from complying with federal immigration policies. This is problematic because the state should not be interfering with federal immigration policy. Before they boarded the planes, the migrants were processed by agents of the Department of Homeland Security, who listed falsified addresses on the migrants' paperwork. Agents apparently chose random homeless shelters all across the country, from Washington to Florida, to list the migrants' mailing addresses, even when told by the migrants that they had no address in the U.S. According to the paperwork provided to them, the migrants are required to check in with ICE office nearest to the fake address chosen for them by DHS or be permanently removed from the United States, with some required to check in as early as this coming Monday. It could not be clearer that this is an attempt to ensure that these people are ordered removed, even as they try as hard as they can to comply with the instructions provided to them. There is no other reason to list as someone's mailing address a homeless shelter in Tacoma, Washington, when they ship him to Massachusetts. It is sickeningly cruel, throwing obstacles in the way of people fleeing violence and oppression, some of whom walked through 10 countries in the hopes of finding safety. It is shameful and inhuman. Many of these victims were deprived of medical care despite clear existing injuries. These are human beings who were deprived of basic human rights. To the people who find themselves, these wonderful people who find themselves plane wrecked on our island, I have a message for all of them. You are not alone. We have your backs. We are proud to be here for you. And we've got you. If the intention of those who perpetrated this horrendous act was to create a crisis, you have failed. Their demeanor is kind, their demeanor is grateful, and their demeanor is just that they want to be doing everything right. Their biggest concern today is that many of them have dates to appear in San Antonio Monday morning, Tacoma, Washington Monday morning, Washington, D.C. Monday morning. You tell me how that's possible.
We will be exploring all civil and criminal legal options to hold the perpetrators accountable and to prevent this injustice from repeating itself.
Nothing quite like Ron.
Is your video done?
Leo, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's done. I
Okay,
think it
first.
finished, I think I've only got maybe a little 5-second delay. It's not horrible.
Okay,
tonight,
good.
but it's still also a little bit there.
Okay, first I want to shout out Brian Tyler Cohen. He's the one who uploaded this video, and I stole it from him. He does absolutely fucking great work. Everybody should go and follow him. He's absolutely fucking amazing. Great reporting on his part. But yeah, what did you think?
I don't really know what to make of it because I don't understand. I don't understand the immigration policy within the states. I don't know what departments deal with what, so I don't know who's betraying who when it comes to obviously departments with people. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know because to me, I think the only people really being mugged off are the immigrants themselves. You know, and while I do understand that some people think immigrants are a problem, I do understand that. Like these are people like they're coming over to be asylum seekers, right? And
Yes.
ultimately, it's these people that are being mugged off. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like, and they're in the news. Like, imagine how like degrading this is for them.
All
Can you
right.
still hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, there we
I
go.
heard
There we
everything
go.
that you said. I was just preparing the next video that I'm stealing from Hassan.
Okay, no, of course you are.
Well, it's like it's so much easier just to steal from their videos, like snippets, because like it shows what I could get on Twitter and find exactly. I could get on Twitter and find all this stuff, but like it's already there,
I
so
know. It's
why
already
wouldn't I
there.
use it?
Yeah, no, I know that.
You know. Um, and I do understand what you're saying, but like. And not everybody knows the whole immigration policy and all that other stuff, and that makes sense. It's completely understandable. Um, but like, just what they're doing is honestly disgusting. They're using these people as fucking political pawns, and it's backfiring.
That's what I'm saying.
Um, in the video that I'm going to show you, I'm not going to show you what was said earlier. Um, but it showed the reporting that was on the ground when there was like two bus loads that they dropped off in front of basically Kamala Harris's house. Um, like quite literally, they was like drive the bus to the vice president's house, stop, open the doors, and let people off. Like that's the order that was given. And Hassan's like, this is kind of backfiring because like these people that are coming off the buses, all these rapists and murderers that they're talking about that's coming across the border that are getting off these buses look a lot like just normal people that are, sweet and caring and loving. And then like there's one where he like starts talking to a child in a Marvel PJs, and Hassan's like, this is completely backfiring because like the people who watch Fox News, they have grandkids that look exactly like this child, just not as dark. So it's like all the Republican talking points about, all the evil people that are coming over the border and everything. It's just, oh, it's so good. Um, but here's Ron DeSantis's message um, about the whole migrant thing that's going on. So let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, go for it.
All right.
He's trying to flip this as people are fucking yelling. Florida truckers.
Yes, if you have folks that are inclined to think Florida is a good place, our message to them is we are not a sanctuary state, and it's better to be able to go to a sanctuary jurisdiction. And yes, we will help facilitate that transport for you to be able to go to greener pastures.
Democratic states are greener pastures? Yeah, literally. He's saying
What's going on?
That was it. That's all I wanted to show. That was Ron DeSantis talking about, how amazing he is.
Well, I mean, these sanctuary states, wouldn't it be better for them to go there? I don't know if
Yes.
I'm
But can we
okay.
agree that there's a right way and a wrong way?
Oh no, of course. Like, I'm not saying that this guy's saying I don't know. I'm not 100% educated on what he's done, and I'm not 100% educated on how these people are being treated. I've just been given like a kind of general overview. But if what he's saying is he wants them to go to the better states that can facilitate them better, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. However, the way that it's done, like, yeah, absolutely, it could be more respectful, it could be more dignified, 100%.
Right. And like that, and that's what the people are pissed off about. It's not the
Right,
fact
fair
that they
enough.
were. It's not that they were sent to California or sent to New York or sent fucking anywhere on the planet. It was how they were sent. They were sent without, any basic needs taken care of. Um, it's not like they fed them. The people that went to Martha's Vineyard, a lot of them haven't eaten since like 6:30 o'clock in the morning or 6:30 that morning. Um, and like when they arrived, it was evening, nighttime. So they went 12 hours without food, which I mean, when they were making the truck up here, I'm sure, 12 hours without food was a delicacy, but that's beside the point. Um, but yeah, it's just and the biggest thing is like nobody is being notified. I mean, that woman said is like nobody called and told us that they were coming, and if they were, then we could have had things set up for when they landed. But instead, after they landed, like these people, like they got off the plane and then they just wandered around town until they found an official building, and then that's when the people found out. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like that is, like I said, that is completely the wrong way
They
to
just,
be doing things.
yeah, no, they should be feeding them. They should be giving them water and things like that. Like, especially when you're transporting them. Like, absolutely, like, you should be taking care of them.
Oh yeah.
Like, these are legal, right? The people coming in, they're legal or
Yes.
illegal.
No, they're legal.
But
They're
even
asylum
so,
seekers.
right? Well, even so, right? Like, they can't hide behind not giving them their basic needs and go, "Oh, they're illegal, they're illegal." They can't even hide behind that because
Right.
they are legal. Like, they got nothing to hide behind. So just fucking do it, isn't it? Really?
Yeah. Well, and like I said, like the biggest, most important thing is like they're not contacting whomever they need to contact where they're sending them.
They're just sending them on their way and just dumping them there, and no one has a clue what's going on.
Yeah. Like
Fuck
the
me.
like the people who landed in Martha's Vineyard, like they let them off the plane and there was nobody there to greet them. The people that they let off the plane literally wandered around town until they found an official building. And then that's when everything started coming together. Um I don't know the full story of uh the um what happened in uh the vice president's house, but like so this is the kid that Fox News interviewed. And it's like that looks like any fucking like 10-year-old boy in the United States, just darker, right? Um
Yeah,
but like they were just kind of like left there,
that's sad.
and like that's not how you're supposed to do it.
No, I know that's fucking sad that the children wandering around. Like, I feel less sorry for for the adults because I still feel sorry for the adults, but I feel less sorry for them.
Agreed.
Look,
Agreed.
look, if you look at the breaking news banner, there's literally a kid there. Looks to be about 6 or 7.
Bottom left-hand corner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so sad.
Well, you may not be able to see it, but this woman right here, like, there's another head right there. Assumingly.
Oh, that could be a baby. Yeah, that looks like it could be a baby.
Exactly. Like, let's see if there's.
These people aren't even eating for hours on end.
I don't know about these people. But the
Yeah, it's a baby. It's a baby because look, if you look, she puts her right arm. She puts her right arm, and it looks like she's put it underneath like the baby's bum.
yeah.
To hold it like more
Yeah.
secure.
So like,
Look
why
at her
are?
right hand. Look at her right arm now. When the camera pans, look at her right arm go up, and it goes underneath the baby's bum. See, it goes like towards the bum, towards the back of the baby.
It's possible that this woman here is holding a baby too. Looks like she's holding a little girl in a pink hat and jacket. Now it could just be somebody is further ahead, and but like this also looks like there's somebody carrying a child. It shows people actually coming off of the bus in the video. Like, is anybody actually carrying a baby coming off the bus? Oh yeah, there she is right there. There she is. Yep. The one that I said was wearing pink and pink, she's right there. Like, why are these people being treated so fucking horribly?
Yeah, I look how small.
And remember, these are the murderers and rapists that are coming into this country by the fucking truckloads. These are the people that we need to keep out of here. These people here.
What's murderous about those two there? In that shot, who's the murderous one? Who's the rapist?
Dude, it's bullshit. So, if you remove entering the country illegally as a crime, like if you just remove that one thing from it, immigrants are far, far less likely to commit crimes than just national citizens.
Well, why is being an illegal immigrant illegal? Like, why is the illegal put on that? Is that simply because when you come in, you're not registered as entering the States, so therefore they don't know who you are, they haven't got a tax bracket for you, they literally just do not know that you are here. Is that why it's illegal? Because the government does not know that you exist in the country?
Essentially, yes.
I understand that. I do understand that.
There's a little bit more to it.
I think.
I don't know exactly what it like. There's history behind it, and it's like, see, here's the thing. If somebody came over the border and they were Mexican and they were illegal, they would get treated completely different than if, say, you entered the country illegally. Or if a Canadian fucking just walked into the United States. Like, why are we not talking about the northern border? Like, don't we need a wall up there too? Or, like, is it okay that white Canadians come down here with no problem? Granted, they're not fucking migrating to this country, but my point is, like, why are we only worried about the South and not the North? Is it because they're white and the South is brown?
Yeah, it's because yeah, I was about to say that. Hold on, 2 seconds.
Yep. Ooh, Isaiah, are you in here?
I'm sorry, I'm back.
Or can you not talk because you're playing League? When you get a second, message me, Isaiah.
Leagues for gays. Who said that?
Well, I'm sure gay people play League.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Um, but yeah, it's just, and like I said, it's fucking backfiring. And um, like, so this right here, um, with Ron DeSantis saying that green states are greener pastures for immigrants is 1000% going to be fucking put on every single television in the United States. It's going to be one of the biggest Democratic talking points for the next 2 months. Because here's Florida saying, you know what, Democratic states are better than Florida. And it's just they're getting owned so hard because they think they're doing so good and they're not.
Yeah, people are starting to think they're pieces of shit for it.
Well, but you're still going to have your base. So I mean, you do have that. You're still going to have your base of fucking idiots that are like, hell yeah, them brown people, ship them off to them blue states. Ha ha ha, they deserve it. You're still going to have those people. But it's it is really backfiring on them. Oh, it's so great. But yeah, anybody watching, you guys should go watch Hassan Anabi. Or you can find him on Twitch and YouTube. And Brian Tyler Cohen, you can find him on YouTube. Absolutely great shit. Yeah, just wanted to plug them again real quick. Because I'm still in they shit. Oh, what does he say to this? Oh, it's just this video.
Food is
So according to Fox News, DeSantis sent 2 planes full of illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard. But that's not the way that they're making it sound. They're making it sound like they're legal migrants that are in the process of shit. So DeSantis says, so the governor of California sent a letter to the Department of Justice saying, you need to prosecute Texas and Florida governors. And all I can say is, I think his hair gel is interfering with his brain function. Oh, fucking DeSantis got him. Oh, the burn. DeSantis was like, look, this is a good looking guy. And he's too dumb because he's too good looking. So, fucking burn. Oh, God, they sound so fucking ignorant. Well, of course they're going to deny kidnapping charges. Oh yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
of
they're not
course,
just gonna
and
be
of
like,
course
"Hey
it's
guys, look what we did."
it's Joe Biden's fault.
Of course, dude, of course it's Biden's fault. Are you kidding me? Everything's Biden's fault. Remember 9/11? Biden's fault.
Actually, 9/11 was Obama's fault. I was watching. Oh my God. So there is a show called oh, what's the name of his show? The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. It was originally made by Jon Stewart. Absolutely amazing. But there's one person who is really killing it on the show. Um, um, his name is Jordan Klepper. Okay. Uh, is it a short that I watched on that? So he's been going around to Trump. Oh, it was. He's been going around to Trump rallies and everything and talking to Trump supporters. Here's another quick video for you. It's a YouTube short, so don't expect it to be too long. But here is the fucking, these are Trump supporters, just to give you an idea of where their mindset is. All right, you ready?
Hang on.
Be an idea of what
But
their mindset. Ready?
All right, mutant.
Barack Obama had big part of 9/11.
Which part?
Not being around, always on vacation, never in the office.
Why do you think Barack Obama wasn't in the Oval Office on 9/11?
That I don't know. We'd like to get to the bottom of that. Barack Obama had
No fucking way. No way.
That's what we're dealing with. Those are the people we are dealing with. All right.
How fucking stupid are people? Why do you think he wasn't in the office? I don't know. The fuck do you mean you don't know? He wasn't ever the fucking president at that time, you dickhead.
I
Oh,
think he was a senator then.
the fuck is wrong with him?
It was 9/11/2001 when it happened, right? Um.
Get back up again. Dude, you know when you were growing up?
Okay, so he was a state senator at that time. I just happened to pull up a news article that has Obama talking about his where he was on September 11th. He says, "I remember that I was driving to a state legislative hearing in downtown Chicago when I heard the news on my car radio that a plane had hit the World Trade Center." So like he was a state senator. Like he wasn't even like a fucking US senator. Oh god. Sorry, go ahead. What was you saying?
No, it's okay. I get what you're laughing at. That guy is an absolute fucking flannel.
God.
How stupid are people? Interviewers must have an amazing time just interviewing some of these
Dude,
absolute reprobates.
if you want to have a good time, watch Jordan Klepper's videos. Is it only on The Daily Show? Do.
Let's kick things off with.
Shut up. Yeah, it's going to be on The Daily Show. Just type into YouTube Jordan Klepper and watch like the first like 5 or 6 things that come up. Absolutely fucking golden comedy. Like, honestly, there's not anybody better than Jordan Klepper right now. Like, I honestly believe that. Because, like I said, he goes to Trump rallies and he asks people questions, like kind of like how he asked that guy a question, like, well, where do you think Obama was on 9/11? You know, because he's hoping to get these people thinking and, you know, have it hit in their brain like, oh wait, Obama wasn't president then. And like he does that all the time with stuff. There's one where he was talking to some guy about you know, or he was talking to a group about, you know, okay, so Hillary stole classified documents. So she should be prosecuted and thrown in jail, right? Donald Trump stole classified documents. He should be thrown in jail, right? And they're like, "Oh, no, 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 no. He's perfectly fine." It's just like, what the fuck? How can you have a double standard that fucking hardcore?
Because they're all sucking Trump's dick.
God, it's so crazy.
Anything for Daddy Trump, right? Anything for Daddy Trump.
Oh yeah, I know.
But
Okay, so what was you saying before? You were saying something about being a kid, and I kind of cut you off. I'm sorry.
oh no, it's okay. I can't remember now.
I think it had
Yeah, I
to do
can't
something
remember.
with music or
Oh, I
hearing
was singing the
something.
Beyblade intro, wasn't I? No, I was just gonna ask you what sorts of like cartoons did you grow up watching? Did you grow up watching like Beyblade or Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon, anything like that?
So I did watch a little bit of Pokemon. Like, cause it was fairly new when I was younger. I want to say it started in like what, the late '90s. Um, when did the Pokemon show start? I didn't watch it a lot. It wasn't really like I was a little older uh when the show started. Oh, 1997. God, did it really start in fucking 97? Jesus Christ. So I was 11 when the show started. So I probably watched it a little bit. I don't think I watched it a lot though. But I watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There was a show called Gargoyles that I absolutely loved watching. Captain America, or not Captain America, but Captain Planet. And then I watched a lot of like older shows, like Thundercats, He-Man, shit like that.
Okay, fair enough then.
No, something like Beyblade. That's fairly new, isn't it?
No. If you go,
I don't know. Okay, so it started in '99 in Japan, but when did it
It
come
was
to the
released in
U.S.?
1999.
Well, yeah, but when did the show
Yeah.
start? Um, uh, in the U.S. Um, I have no idea when it played in the U.S. Maybe it started at the same time in '01? But like in 2001, like I would have been going into high school, so I kind of feel like I was a little too old for that. You know what I mean? Not saying that
Yeah.
if not saying that if you enjoy something like that as you're older that you're just a little kid, but like, you know, you do have an image when you get into school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, because like Pokemon wasn't a thing in high school. Um, you know, because like if you were into Pokemon and you were in high school, then you were in like the losers club.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it was like in the late '90s, early aughts.
I'd love to be in the losers club.
I was in everybody. See, I was friends with everybody. I was in the Jocks Club. I was in the fucking the Stoners Club. I was in the Losers Club. I was in everybody's club.
Fair enough.
Except for the like the rich kids. I wasn't in their club because I was never rich. Oh. All right, let's see. Is there anything going on over on your side of the pond? Dude, I want to know about this. Did you hear about the mass grave that they found in Ukraine?
No.
So after they pushed the Russians back, um, apparently they found a mass grave in a pine forest at the edge of. I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. The stretch of death filled the air as a mass exhumation got underway. Um, so around 100 people were working. Um, so the place was invaded in April, was used by Russia as a key military hub to supply its forces in the east. Um, In the first grave, there was a civilian who had a rope over her neck, so we see the traces of torture.
Jesus Christ.
Some of them were killed, some of them were tortured, some were killed because of Russian Federation air and artillery strikes. I want to know how many. Ukrainian police say there are 445 new graves at the site. But some contain more than one body. Holy shit. Dude, is fucking Putin going to get slapped by the Geneva Convention?
Sorry, I think my internet was taken out a bit.
Huh?
I said, sorry, I think my internet was just lagging out a bit.
Oh, I said, is Putin going to get slapped around by the Geneva Convention?
You know what? I really don't know.
Because, I mean, like, there's 440, almost 450 graves, but some of them contain more than one body. So there's anywhere between at least 450 bodies in these graves. Oh, God. I can't wait till more information comes out. Like it's sad, and I don't want to hear about it. You know, I don't want that to make it sound like, I'm excited to hear about the stuff, but like I want to know more about it. I want to hear more about what's going on because that's uh oh, the EU says Hungary is an autocracy. Oh, fucking get rid of the fucking ad. Hungarian civil liberties groups have welcomed a new EU report that says the country cannot be considered a full democracy. The EU Parliament voted to approve the report on Thursday, which accuses Prime Minister Viktor Orban of creating an electoral autocracy.
Autocracy, I think it is.
Autocracy, yeah. Budapest rejected the findings, and Forest Minister Peter, not going to try to pronounce his last name, called the report an insult. But a number of pro-democracy groups in the country welcomed the EU's move. The lengthy report criticizes Hungary for a host of restrictions on human rights and democratic practices, including attacks on the independence of judiciary, press freedom, LGBT rights, academic freedom, and minority and asylum seekers.
I think it's mad how dead set against gay people Russia is.
It's amazing how a lot of people are fucking against that. This ain't Russia. This is Hungary. David Vig have.
No, I know, but I was just saying with Russia, because when you think about people or countries that are against like the LGBT, you usually think of Russia, and I just think it's mad just how how mask off homophobic Russia is. Like they just don't give a shit.
Oh yeah. And just so you know, Viktor Orban, that's his name, right?
Who?
Yeah, Viktor Orban, the Prime Minister of Hungary. He was a speaker fucking CPAC this year, Turning Point USA, one of those two, the Republican fucking stage conference thing that they have. So like this guy's basically a Trump supporter. You
Okay.
know, fucking
We don't know
Iran's,
where that leads.
yeah, Iran's in deep shit right now. A 22-year-old Iranian woman has died days after being arrested by morality police for allegedly not complying with strict rules on head coverings. Eyewitnesses say Masha was beaten while inside a police van when she was picked up in Tehran on Tuesday. Police have denied the allegations, saying that she suffered a heart problem. Now I'm not saying that it's impossible, but how many 22-year-olds in your life have you ever heard having suffered a fucking heart complication?
That I've heard how happens.
That does happen, that you've heard happens. Like
What for?
hold on, wait, legitimately happens, not, oh no, we'd never beat this woman inside the van. She died because she suddenly suffered a heart problem.
No. People at that age, it very rarely happens.
Exactly.
I mean, I know it does happen, but
Right.
very, very rarely.
Right. Well, if she, I'll give the example of George Floyd. Okay. Granted, George Floyd's a little bit older and everything. But supposedly he was on drugs when everything was happening. So that could have been something that helped lead to him dying. I'm not saying that is the reason or that he was even on drugs, but I'm just saying that because drugs were a part of his life, so I'm sure that did kind of fuck up his health, and I'm sure that did in a small part contribute to everything that happened. Now, what killed him was that fucking douchebag on him, but I'm just saying that I'm sure that there's other things that helped add to that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But I don't know. Here's a picture of her. She looks like she's a fairly healthy person. Granted, when people usually give pictures, they tend to be the best photos they can find. But
Yeah, she looks like she's in good health. She doesn't look like overweight.
right,
She doesn't looks. Her skin looks okay. Yeah, she looks perfectly fine.
Exactly. Which, I mean, I know the outsides don't tell you what's on the inside. That I do understand too. But yeah, it's. But apparently, a lot of people are fucking pissed off about this. Even Iranians. So it says many Iranians, including pro-government individuals, are expressing their outrage on social media platforms regarding the very existence of the morality police. I'm still 100% against Islam, so because that's why she got killed. Because in the Quran it says that she needs to be completely covered, because if she turns a man on, then she needs to be killed for it because she's only supposed to be turning on the man she's with, or something like that. I don't know
Right.
I don't know exactly what the Quran says, but I think it's somewhere in that realm, in that world.
Yeah, it says something about how they have to hide their beauty from other men.
Right. But yeah. Oh God. Why am I on this website? There's so much fucking bad news on the BBC. Can we please go back to the Queen? In India, rape and what?
The Queen's body was obviously in a coffin in, I think it was Windsor Palace today. It might have been Windsor Palace, I can't quite remember what it was. But it was like, there were like lines of people like just queuing for like 10 hours at a time. Just to go and see the Queen, just go see like the Queen for a little bit.
It's fucking
And
crazy.
I just thought that was fucking insane.
Yeah, because like in some more world news, Chinese skyscraper engulfed in massive fire. Was this inhabited? No casualties have been reported. So it's possible that it was inhabited? Because like if it was like under construction, then kind of no big deal. Okay, so there's that. Rape and murder of sisters shatters family in India. That's fucking horrid. Myanmar TV presenter given 3 years hard labor. She's really pretty. Freelance television presenter who worked for the BBC's charity branch has been sentenced to 3 years hard labor. She's an activist that has been jailed since the military seized power in a coup in 2021. The authority says she was reporting her reporting amounted to incitements and illegal association. Since the coup, 12 media outlets have been forcibly shut down and 142 journalists arrested. Jesus. See, okay, so I think America needs to invade Myanmar. Myanmar. It's Myanmar, right?
I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce it.
But we need to go invade them. Because like this see, like if the US wants to be fucking world police, this is why we should be world police. If we're going to use that title. This is the reasons why we should be world police. Like we should be going in to stop things like this from happening.
Do you think the US should have invaded North Korea ages ago?
Fuck, I honestly don't know the answer to that. Probably. I mean, like, it would depend. So, there's not a lot of information about North Korea, about what's going on inside the walls, so to speak. All we get is like information of like people that left. And I'm not saying that it is or is not reliable, but you know, because like, and the reason why I said we don't know if it is or is not reliable, because you definitely hear different stories coming out, and it usually comes down to like people's basically the class structure. So like if you were like a lower class person, you came out, you'd be like, oh shit was absolutely horrible. But if you were like anyone that was like middle or higher class, you'd be like, oh, everything was all right. Like there was a few problems here and there, but nothing too bad. So like I think the problem is like we don't know exactly what is going wrong or what is bad. Um, so if everything in North Korea is okay, let me just put it this way: if everything in North Korea is okay, like um, you know, the stories of people not being able to eat and dying of starvation and stuff like that you've heard, if those are untrue, then no, we shouldn't invade North Korea. But if they're like fucking over their own citizens, then yes, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. I see what you're saying.
Because like we shouldn't invade a country just because the person's in charge is a bad person. Because like if that was the case, then there's a lot of countries we should have invaded. We should have fucking invaded UK fucking with sometime within the past few years. I'm sure you would have been perfectly fine with that.
So I can get the Tories out. Absolutely.
See what I mean? So you can't justify of just they're quote unquote bad people. Like there has to be a justification for it. But like here in Myanmar, fucking 12 media outlets and 142 journalists arrested. That is. So the Association for Political Prisoners, which keeps tolls of those killed, jailed, or detained by the military, says more than 14,000 people have been arrested, with an estimated 2,114 killed by military forces. Like that should be justification for us to go in there to stop them. And
Are you happy for the US to play world police though?
No, but I would 100% support them if they did. Like if they justifiably played world police.
Yeah, fair enough then.
Which I know the US wouldn't. That's why I'd be against it. But like in my brain, like if they did like basically like what I wanted them to do, like basically they'd go in here, they would get rid of these people who fucking did the coup, that are, destroying people's lives, and help stabilize the country so that way they can have democratic elections, and then we got the fuck out. I would be 100% fine with that. But what would end up happening is they would put somebody in charge that shouldn't be in charge, that is a giant fucking piece of shit, and it'll make everything as bad or worse for the fucking people of Myanmar.
Yeah.
Because we have done it so many times.
I'm just gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be back now in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I
Fuck that. What? Oh shit, Zelensky, go for it. Hmm. Cool. My co-host just vanished. Oh, there he is. Sitting there talking shit, and there he goes. Dude, you want to hear something awesome? A fucking hurricane is getting ready to hit Alaska.
Oh, that awesome.
Did you not hear what I said? Well, technically it's a typhoon, but...
You said a hurricane was getting ready to hit Alaska?
Yeah, when have you ever heard that in your life?
Well, never. I don't know if that's because I don't live in the country or if that's because it just doesn't happen. I don't know.
Okay, that would be like a hurricane hitting Greenland. Have you ever heard that story?
No.
It would be like a hurricane hitting Iceland. Have you ever heard that story? No, because it doesn't fucking happen. It's too goddamn cold up there for hurricanes and shit to form. Oh, that's terrifying. Ah, gotta love the world. So apparently this dude he might have to shut his shop down after 93 years. He has an ice creamery. Because of his higher cost electricity bill. No way this is possible. Besides the tub of creamy delights, a poster on the wall shows the monthly electric bill here at almost $4,500 for August 2021, jumping to over $15,000 a year later on. Like, that's not possible, is it? Is that really happening over there? Like, this is in Italy, so... Like, I know this...
I guess so.
Well, like... How much is your guys' energy prices going up?
The UK, I believe, rose by like 200%.
Okay, so 200% would be like this dude would be paying $9,000. So he's saying that energy prices went up like 400%. Like 300 to 400%. That doesn't make any sense, does it?
I don't think it would quite be that, though, would it? Because I believe the EU, I think that the highest rise in the EU that I saw, I could be wrong, was only around, I think it was only around like 5%. I think that was the Netherlands. I could be wrong, but I'm sure that was the Netherlands. Because, of course, the UK is in Europe. It's not part of the European government.
Right.
So obviously, if they're still with them, the UK would be the highest rising. But as far as I'm concerned, I think like the Netherlands is like 5%. As far as I'm aware.
Italy is part of the EU, right?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay. I thought so. I was just wanting to double check. Well, so according to
It
this,
could be higher there. I'm not sure.
15539.18 divided by 4483.45. Yeah, about 350% is what he's claiming the energy prices have gone up in the last year.
He could be right. He could be wrong. I really don't know. I don't think it's that high. Yeah, I don't think it's that high, bro.
See, because
again, I'm not 100%.
Well, like, and I feel like that there's more information needed in this story. Because like, so if his electric bill went from $4,500 up to $15,000, okay, and he's done absolutely nothing, then that's a problem. But if he's, upgraded the refrigerating unit and it uses 3 times as much power, well, there's your reason. It's not because of fucking, that's why I said more context is needed. I don't know. Like, it just...
No, I see what you're saying. Well, I mean, we don't know what the price is. No, we don't know what the price is. We don't know what that is. But like you said, right, a lot of people's energy bills are going up just because they're going up.
Well, yeah, and that's understandable.
Not at the prices that they are, though. The UK going up by like 200% is crazy. Like, that's fucking insane.
Well, according to this, fucking Italy is destroying you guys. Your fucking little measly 200% is nothing. You should fucking be thankful that it's only 200%. You could be in Italy where they're paying fucking 346% more.
They're actually paying 300% more.
That's what the math comes out to be. If you divide 15,000 by the if you divide the big number by the little number, it comes out to be 3.46589 blah blah blah. If you turn that into a percentage, that's 346.5%.
Yeah, but are we able to work that out ourselves? If all of Italy is paying that, or just this guy? Because if the average bill in Italy is going up that much, then we can say that it's safe to assume that it's not the equipment that this guy is buying.
Right.
Like, he hasn't just gone and bought like new units and stuff.
Right. No, that's the only one that they're giving.
Right. Whereas if his bill has gone up drastically, but then we find out, well, he's spent loads and loads on like high-powered refrigerating systems and all that sort of shit, then it's like, well, we're not lucky. We are still the highest.
Right.
So are we able to work out what the average is now in Italy, like on Google? Surely Google can tell us, right?
I guess so. Man, I keep getting reactions on my Facebook, but I never get anybody to fucking comment. I wish motherfuckers would comment. I want to talk to people.
I know, right?
Okay. Maybe it's true. So the average monthly electricity wholesale price in Italy. This is price in euro per megawatt hours. So he's saying in August it was like 112 euros for a megawatt. And it's, oh my god, that is fucking ridiculous. Okay, maybe it's true.
That's disgusting if it is.
Well, so in the story, they're talking how like 40% of their natural gas, which I'm sure that's what most of their electricity is running off of. 40% was coming through Russia pipeline, and it's dropped down to 18%. Well, that's big. But like, isn't it the job of the EU to make sure like this shit doesn't happen?
Mm-hmm.
So then why is this shit happening?
I don't know, bro. I'm not on the EU board.
Well, you should, motherfucker. God.
How should I know?
Fucking get on the board. Get elected.
Well, go knocking doors then, and people will vote for me.
Oh, I gotta fucking come all the way over there to knock doors?
Yeah. Then I'm not selfish like you. Anyway, I think of the billionaires.
Exactly. Think of how much they're profiting off of this.
Dude, they're only profiting pennies. They're struggling.
Oh no, they're like, I think they should increase the profits. Like 400% isn't nothing. They should increase that. Like it should be like at least 500%.
Can you imagine anyone right wing now just hearing us thinking, "Yeah, I fucking agree." And we're like, "No, we're joking. Like, we're taking a piss. Like, you're all dickheads."
Okay, so back to Ukraine. So apparently the Indian Prime Minister, Modi, which he's kind of a horrible human being too. But he said, I know he had a meeting with Putin, and he said, I know that today's era is not an era of war, and I have spoken to you on the phone about this. As the Indian leader made the remark, Putin pressed his lips, glanced at him, and then looked down before touching the hair on the back of his head. Getting fucking bodied. I know your position on the conflict in Ukraine, the concerns that you constantly express. We will do everything to stop this as soon as possible. That's what Putin said. So apparently Putin wants to end the war. He doesn't even want to be in the war in Ukraine. He's just doing.
Why the fuck are they in there?
He's just doing because he needs to. He needs to. Like, I don't fucking know.
But why does he need to? What is he gaining out of this? He's gaining nothing.
To show how fucking incompetent he is?
Yeah, but what does that get him?
It could all just be a ploy for him to kill off other oligarchs, because that's happening. It could just be, look over there, don't look at the man behind the curtain, just to increase his own wealth. I don't know. This is 1000% speculation.
Okay, I was gonna say, because that doesn't really sound implausible. You know, listen, there are some crazy things that have gone on in the world where people were like, "No, that's bullshit. Don't be stupid. That's crazy," and they turned out to be true. But I don't think anything is too crazy anymore. Like that absolutely sounds like that it could happen, right?
Well, but but it is happening. There is oligarchs that are being killed. Just recently there's a dude that, fell out of a hospital window.
Oh, was that the fucking what was his name? Oh my god, what was that?
Yeah, go ahead.
I saw something about that. From a skyscraper, he owned something.
CEO of Russia oil company dies and fall from hospital window.
What the fuck? Like, how many oligarchs have died?
The chairman of Russia's second largest oil company, Lukoil, died Thursday after reportedly falling from the window in Moscow hospital where he was being treated after suffering a heart attack. He fell from the 6th-story floor at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's not clear whether his death was an accident, suicide, or something more sinister. It fucking is more sinister.
Should we go full detective on this? Type in recent oligarch deaths.
I'm actually reading through this to see if the Washington Post has anything in here about how many oligarchs have died. A former vice president was similarly found dead in April alongside his wife and daughter in their Moscow apartment. A month later, former Lukoil tycoon Alexander died of heart failure in Moscow region after reportedly receiving homeopathic treatment from a shaman. Let's see here. Let's see here. This is from May of this year. These are all the Russian oligarchs who have died suddenly in suspicious circumstances in the recent months. At least 7 Russian oligarchs have been found dead in recent months. Some died in suspected murder-suicides along with their wives and children.
Dude, really? They're fucking children? And like the oligarchs are like the most powerful people, the most richest people in Russia, right? So they're not just going to be randomly dying off.
At least 8 Russian businessmen have died in apparent suicides or accidents in just 6 months.
And that's coincidence, is it?
Let's see here. 4 of those 6 were linked to Russian state-owned energy giant Gazprom. And the other was two others were from Lukoil, Russia's largest privately owned oil and gas company. So
I smell bullshit.
So 6 of them were involved with the 2 largest energy companies in Russia.
I smell absolute bullshit. Do you smell bullshit?
Where is this? Lukoil confirmed the death on Thursday in a statement published on its website. Maganov passed away following a severe illness. Luke Oil said, making no mention of the fall. Like, what the fuck? Oh my god. So maybe that's all, because like, dude, he's losing ground like crazy in Ukraine. He's getting absolutely fucking bodied. So it's almost like he's not trying. Like he's trying hard enough, so that's where the news is located. But he's not like doing anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it sound crazy that he's doing that? Or that could be possible of what is going
No,
on?
that's very possible. That is absolutely possible. I mean, you're telling me that this like specific group of people are just like randomly dying now all of a sudden? Like, really?
Yeah, like rich businessmen. I mean, that's not a group of people that, you know, tend to die young ages,
Right.
you know, or of mysterious circumstances, or fallen out of a fucking hospital window. I mean, I don't know how Russia is, but like here in the United States, you can't fall out of a fucking hospital window. I don't know if you know that or not,
Do
but
they not let them? Not let
no,
you
they are
open them?
sealed. So that way people don't accidentally fall out of them. I think maybe the first and second story might be openable, but I think anything above the second story you can't open. I could be wrong about that. It could just be all windows can't be opened. You know, but that's the United States. That's something that's a little bit different. So man, we're like going like super conspiracy theory in the last couple streams.
Well, I mean, I don't think that this is like. I think this is absolutely plausible. I'm not gonna lie. Like, holy shit.
Well, and most conspiracy theories are plausible.
Right.
So, but I think ours are like, there's at least some glimmer of truth out there, that it could be true. Because I mean, like I said, you know, like these oligarchs are just dying off, and it may not be Putin that's benefiting from it. I'm sure he is, but it could be, you know, people that are closer to him, people that are more inside of his inner circle that are benefiting, which makes him also benefit in a sense.
Yeah.
You know, because like, for example, like if Donald Trump took over and then like all the people I'm going to mention aren't CEOs anymore, but like Bill Gates died, and then one of Trump's lackeys became the CEO, and then Jeff Bezos died, and then one of his CEO, somebody close to Trump became the CEO there. Like, you would start to question that. So why are we with it? And like I said, like, they're getting absolutely dumpstered in fucking Ukraine. So why, like, Russia's military is so much stronger than this. Why are they not putting up, like honestly, Russia should have been able to just roll in there, take everything they wanted, and be done. So why
Yeah,
are
something seems off, doesn't it? I see what you're saying. It seems
it,
really off.
it really does. And Zelensky, the prime minister of Ukraine, he's talking some shit, and I'm loving it. Speaking on Telegram on Friday afternoon, President Zelensky said, "Today, the world must see what the Russian army left behind. More than 400 graves are in the forest near Iznum. I don't know. Is that an I? Is that an L? It's an I. Izyum.
I don't know a clue, Mason.
Izyum.
Don't know, bro. Maybe I don't
Whatever.
know.
We still don't know exactly how many bodies are there. Russia has already become the biggest source of terrorism in the world, and no other terrorist power leaves behind so many deaths. This must be recognized legally. The world must act. Russia must be recognized as a state sponsor of terrorism." Oh, fucking Zelensky is just, he's going fucking ham.
Rightly so.
I don't know. God, man, I'm fucking. And like Fox News, I'm sure is like supporting. Oh my God.
Does Fox News support Putin?
Yes.
Oh, fuck me. Of course they do. It's a stupid question. Such a dumb question. I don't know why I bother.
Like, so they don't like openly be like, yes, Putin is great, but they definitely kind of hint around that like Putin isn't a bad guy.
They kiss his ass.
Yeah. So it's they don't say that he's good, but they also never ever say that he's bad. So are you ready for another Fox News story?
Go on.
All right, I read the headline. Mom outraged after stranger in child's bed gets slap on wrist in Dim Rand City.
How the fuck did he get a slap on the wrist?
Well, I don't. We're going to read the article, but of course it's somebody. You know, they was in a. You know, it was a Democratic Rand City and they got let out or something. But of course you have to. It's a Democratic city, so you have to remember that this only happens in blue cities. It doesn't ever happen anywhere else in the United States. Just Democratic cities. Okay.
I don't really care what city it happened in. I just don't think any scumbag like I should be getting away with that.
Well, so let's read the story and see what happened. A Portland woman, and granted, this is coming from Fox News, so we're definitely not going to get all the information. A Portland woman is still in a complete state of shock after the stranger she found in her son's bed on Monday was released from jail. Kinsey Smith, who lives in Northeast Portland, said that she heard the dogs bark and she checked the front door as contractors were supposed to work on an accessible bathroom for her son. After following the dogs to her son's bedroom, she saw that someone was under a pile of clothes. Her son was not in the room at the time. The dogs continued to go crazy. This is a quote from her. The dogs continued to go crazy, specifically my Chihuahua, which was running circles around my legs, which is really unusual. I followed her to where the other dogs was in my child's bedroom. My lab was standing on top of the bed, on top of a pile of clean clothes that I had thrown there. I walked in wondering if she had cornered a mouse or something because she was going crazy and realized there was a person under there. Smith initially thought there was a person under the pile of clothes. The person under the pile of clothes was her husband and called his name but got no response. She then realized that a homeless person was on the bed. I backed out of the room, talking to my friend on the phone, saying I needed help, that there was a homeless person in my kid's bed. At that point, she leapt up. I recognized her as a woman. She hopped off the bed and picked up the ottoman on the floor off the bed and bum rushed me, threw it at me, then meandered out the door. A woman could be seen on Smith's surveillance camera in her son's room, blah blah, which is to watch for him for medical purposes. Don't care. Okay. A Portland Police Bureau public informant officer told Fox News that Terry Lynn, 54, was arrested and booked at the Sheriff's County Office Jail on charges of burglary and harassment. The public information officer said that Terry threw an ottoman at a resident of the house. She was later arrested by police on Monday and booked into jail. Booking data shows that she was released on Tuesday, just one day after she allegedly walked into the Smith's house. Her bet was set to $0, and she left jail under a court-ordered release. According to the report, Smith reached out to the district attorney's office and was told that her charges were dropped. Smith was the woman, right? Yes. So the homeowner said that the woman proved she can call us home and doesn't understand why she's not in jail. Quote, they said the charges have been dropped and that I can leave a message for the DA and he can call you back. I haven't heard anything, and that was 2 days ago. I have to assume someone heard that message and nobody has gotten back to me. I don't understand why she's not in jail. She's not harmless. She proved that. She proved that from the stories that I've heard from other people. Okay, so I want to know more. So this is all hearsay. So I'm going to have to do a little bit more digging. Portland. Do. So it looks like nobody has responded yet.
I'd be livid if I was that mum. Like, how the hell does a mum do deal with that?
Do what?
How the hell does a mother do deal with that?
So another thing that she said, I'm glad she was caught. I saw she was obviously needing help, so I asked what would happen if they took her to a hospital. They told me she would be out within 2 hours. So I said, okay, I want to press charges. This is not okay. Then I found out they released her the next day. That's really disheartening considering we went through and looked at our Nextdoor app and there was another person who had posted a picture of her breaking into their house. I've had multiple people send me her arrest report, which is a very long list of trespassing, harassment, assault, and burglary. I actually just spoke with my mail carrier today who told me she started to carry mace because the woman was harassing her. That she couldn't walk down the street without the woman screaming at her, swearing at her, following her around. She told me she doesn't feel safe around that woman. Okay, but like again, that's all kind of hearsay. All right, so I guess there's more information needed. At least from my point of view, more information is needed.
Yeah.
Because like I don't know everything. You know, and like again, Fox News is like it's bad. Like I'm not saying that like anything is good and like this woman should be let off and everything perfectly fine. Like I'm not saying that at all. But like I want to know, did they let her out so that way she can get fucking medical treatment? Because she clearly is fucking not all upstairs. You know, if that's the case, then like that's fine. And like the DA not pressing charges, I am perfectly fine with if they are trying to get this woman help. You know, like yes, what she did was fucking wrong and horrible and blah 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 blah, but like it's not like she was there like for the child or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I just no, as a parent, I'd be wanting to press charges. I don't care about that
Right.
person's mental health.
Well, yeah, but that matters though, because it's not like she was like targeting your child.
There's not for me. It wouldn't. The fact is that they were in my child's bed. I don't care what they were targeting. I wouldn't be sitting there thinking of that. I wouldn't care. I'd want to press charges. As a parent, I would. And I think that's okay if the mum does. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Right, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But like again, and I think you're talking like from like the initial standpoint. Because like even like in the story that I was reading, she said that, you know, well, if she gets taken to the hospital, then what happens? You know, because like the woman like seemed like she was generally concerned about the other woman's mental well-being. So she's like, well, what if he just took her to the hospital? And she's like, oh, they'd let her out in a couple hours. And then the mother was like, oh, now fuck that. I just want to press charges then. You know, because like I don't think just a few hours is going to be, you know, a good enough punishment for this. Which I agree. I completely agree. You know, uh, so I think there's more information that needs to be let out. Them damn dim city dim ran cities.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Lord. I think that's about all we got for the news. Puppy stolen during break-in at animal shelter. I have no problems with that. As long as they're treating the puppies good.
Mm-hmm. Right.
I'm going to find out what the next debate is. You want to watch the next debate with me?
What's that? The
I don't know who it'd be.
When is it?
I don't know. I just said that I need to find out.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you did. Yeah. Yeah, if you want.
So just like whenever I can find at least a decent debate. Like I don't care if it's just, this Republican that's just going to absolutely destroy this Democrat. I don't care about that debate because like nothing that gets said is going to change anything. But like I guess they're working on, oh, why I don't want a fucking news story. Guessing like the end of October is when they're agreeing to the Pennsylvania debate, which that one I really want to watch. Mehmet Oz versus Fetterman. I just happened to see something about live update. Fetterman's campaign says he's healthy after cognitive tests, won't provide documentation. So? Here we go. Ron Johnson agrees to 3 debates before the November election. That's in Wisconsin. How is that race? Is it close? 538 polls. Da-da-da-da. Oh, that's the Senate. How's that looking for you? That's the House. Where's I want the Senate map. Oh. Click the wrong one. Ooh, that might actually be a good... Ooh, we might need to watch that debate. Or at least one of that debates. When When? Alright, so it looks like we don't have any information on it yet. All are set to take place in October. So they're going to have 3 debates. This is Senator Ron Johnson from Wisconsin. I guess is going to have 3 debates in October against the person he's going against.
Okay.
Right now, it's pretty much a 50-50 race. 538 has it at 56-44, which is, those are pretty close.
Are the debates scored?
No.
Oh.
Larry, thanks for sharing my video. I appreciate that. And he's gone. Which it would be a huge pickup if they can get it. But no, they're not scored. It's not like we keep track or we, keep any kind of tally or anything like that.
So I thought that's how debates are supposed to be handled, with an adjudicator, or like someone like neutral. That
Yeah,
would, like, keep scoring points and shit.
No, there's no point, but there is a moderator. But there's no points being kept. So if Warnock and Herschel Walker have a debate, I most definitely want to watch that. Like there's really only kind of like 3 races that I care about. The Warnock Walker race, which is in Georgia. Fetterman Oz race, which Fetterman's probably just going to absolutely destroy Mehmet Oz, but I still want to watch it because it's enjoyable. This Wisconsin race sounds really good. If JD Vance and Tim Ryan has a debate, I'd probably like to see it. I really like Tim Ryan. Tim Ryan is... I'm pretty sure I've shown you videos of Tim Ryan. He's really good at fucking throwing Republicans out there into the wild, talking about how horrible they are. So I do like him, and I really hope that he. Let's see if they actually have. See if he has any debates up. Oh, fuck you. October 4th. October 4th, we're going to have a debate.
I've never watched a debate on TV before.
I don't know what time. I'll do a little more digging. But Tim Ryan is the incumbent, and he is actually currently losing, which doesn't happen very often. So, and like Ohio is fucking, they're crazy. But yeah, that's what I care about with the Senate races. I don't think there's really like too many House races that I care about. Just because there's so fucking many. I mean, look at this. Every single one of these little hexagons are races. There's 435 races. Excuse
Fuck
me.
that.
Yeah.
How are you going to keep up with any of that?
Well, so like, if you look, are you looking at the screen?
Yeah.
Okay. So like, if you look here, 195 seats and 167 seats are like the Democrats are going to win those and the Republicans are going to win those. There is no ifs, ands, or buts. Even if the most hardcore, blue wave, red wave happens, those numbers are going to stay the same. It's these lighter color numbers in the middle that tend to be a little more fluctuating. But like even then, like looking at this one, like in Florida's 23rd district, current polling shows 54-42. Down here in Texas is 34th, 52-45. North Carolina's first, 54-45. So I mean, like even so, the dark blue and I would say the lighter dark blue, same with the red and the lighter dark red. So it's really the 8 light red, the 13 light blue, and then the 13 gray. So what is that? 26, 34. Those 34 races are like the races that like matter. Maybe a couple of them that are like right there on that edge of the light blue. Because like I think that the way that they have this is like the more to the left is the higher the chance that they get elected, more to the right. For the blue is they get elected. So like the person in the very first spot of the lighter dark blue has a much higher chance than the person all the way to the left of the lighter dark blue. Same with the Republicans, just left to the right. But for the most part, it's roughly these like 35 seats that are right here in the middle that matter.
Yeah.
And I haven't went through them to like really see if there's anything that matters. Ooh. Yeah, go Kansas third. And like I haven't really been paying attention to the news about anything that's important. Like house votes or house elections, I don't know, they don't have the same national power of the Senate races. And I think it's because there's just so many. And also mostly, the people really aren't known. I mean, like, there's a couple from each side that I can name that's in the House, but I can name a shit ton of senators. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So who would your ideal party be then? If they could be in office, right? Let's say you could pick a prime minister, a president, and you could have a party backing him. What prime minister would it be, and what would be the party backing him?
Well, okay, so the problem with that is we only have two parties. We have Democrats
Yeah,
and
but I'm saying
I know.
I'm saying in a perfect world for you.
Well, but the problem is I can't like there can't be that perfect world because it doesn't exist. Like for example, Bernie Sanders, AOC, they're Democrats. Okay, they're socialist Democrats, but they're still considered Democrats. The same as Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi. And I can't stand either of those two people, but I love AOC and Bernie Sanders. So, saying that like Bernie Sanders with the Democrats supporting him, that really doesn't say enough. You know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know,
I guess I see what you're saying.
like at least in your country, you guys have more than just two political groups. So, it's how many political groups do you guys have?
There's a few. I'll try and
Like I
name
know
some off
you
the top
have
of my head.
3, but is there like a couple smaller ones?
Yeah, so obviously we've got the Conservatives, we've got the Labour Party, we've got UKIP, we've got the Green Party, we've got Plaid Cymru, we've got Scottish Independence. What else? Hold on.
Well,
Let me have a look.
The Scottish Independence, is that actually a political party or is that like they're just
There's a
Scottish?
Scottish one, but I'm not quite sure what the name is, but I'm sure it's the Scottish Independence. All UK political parties. Right, hold on. So we've got.
See, because like what I would like is for us basically to have like 4 political parties. Maybe even 5. Like I would like a far right, a right, a middle, a left, a far left. Like I think that would be the best way to diversify the United States. Is if we had those 5 political parties. If that makes sense.
Yeah, it does. I'm just having a look at the parties a second. Just bear with me. Okay, so we've got the Alliance Party, the Conservative Party, the Cooperative Party, the Democratic Unionist Party, Green Party, Labour Party, Liberal Democrats, Plaid Cymru, which is obviously yes. Then we've got Scottish National Party, and then Sinn Féin, and the Social Democratic and Labour Party. Who the fuck is this party? Sinn Féin.
Or do they have like 1 member?
Dude,
That's in Parliament. See, like those parties I wouldn't care about. But like, or at least give us 3 parties. Because like we have what are called independents. Like Bernie Sanders is an independent, but like he's a Democrat. I don't know who else is an independent, but he's a Democrat. Both our independent senators are Democrats.
Sorry, man, I'm just reading over this party that
Oh, that's
I've
fine.
never heard
I was
of
just taking a
before.
drink.
I was saying Sinn Féin. Hold on. I need to read up about these. Who are Sinn Féin?
But like going back,
as an Irish Republican and Democratic Socialist political party. Okay.
And they have
so
3
basically
members.
Plaid Cymru then, but Irish.
So you guys have 3 major parties and then like spots here and there. Does that sound pretty accurate?
Yeah.
So you have Tories, Labor, Green. Those are your 3 majors, and then you have, spits and spots.
No, I wouldn't even say that Green are a major, to be honest, because it is mostly just between Labour and Conservatives. To be honest with you.
Okay. But see, we don't even have, anything else. Like we have Democrat and Republican. That's it. Well, like I said, we do have independents, but independents rarely get voted in.
See, I think if Labour get into government for the UK, I think the Scottish Independence, what's it, the Scottish Independence? Is that a name? I can't even remember now. Did I say their fucking name was? Scottish National Party. So Plaid Cymru would be able to order so much more for Wales. The Scottish National Party would be able to order so much more for Scotland. And the Sinn feed whoever these people are, the Irish group, they'd be able to order much more political strength for Northern Ireland, right? Whereas in the Conservatives kind of just like make demands everywhere. You know what I mean? Whereas I think Labour's a bit more shared.
Mhm.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like Labour are a bit more friendly with every other party, whereas Conservatives stand against every fucker.
Right. See, and do you think that that's hurting the Labour Party?
No. I think what hurt the Labour Party was they didn't have a Brexit strategy. Because everyone in the UK wanted Brexit. Well, I don't mean everyone, but you know what I mean.
Right.
Like
Well,
the majority of the UK wanted Brexit.
See, the reason why I'm saying that is because, like, for example, here in the U.S., if, say, Donald Trump doesn't get the presidential nominee, and it goes to Ron DeSantis, and Donald Trump runs as a third party, 100% guarantee it doesn't matter what Democrat we put in there, that Democrat wins.
Yeah, they need the backing of the actual party then.
So like, do you like thinking of it that way? Do you think that all these other parties is hurting the Labour Party? That they're kind of like pulling votes from the Labour Party. I mean, granted, they have their own reasons, I understand, but like,
yeah, they are absolutely, of course they are, 1000%.
Okay, I figured it was. I mean, like I said, it's fine that they want to do their own thing and everything, but in the big picture, they are hurting the Labour Party by it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and yeah, I'd say they probably are.
Especially since you was saying like, the Labour Party is like with everybody else, and the Conservatives are like, it's just, or the Tories are like, it's just us, fuck everybody else. So
Yeah,
they're able
Labour,
to consolidate all of their vote into one party, whereas all the liberal or whatever you want to call them groups are split up amongst like these other like 4 or 5 different entities.
Right. I just want Plaid Cymru in power, to be honest.
How does your guys' voting work? Like, is it majority win?
I think so.
Or do you guys have like a ranked choice voting?
I think they just add up all the votes, and whoever has the most vote wins.
Even if you don't hit 50%?
I'm not 100%. I don't want to. Right, it could be, but I don't want to confidently say that it is, just in case it's slightly different to what I'm saying.
Right.
I do know that it goes on seats.
Well, like, so you guys don't actually vote for a prime minister, right? You guys just vote for the party, and then
yeah, vote the party.
But like that party is like, here will be your prime minister if we win.
Yeah.
So like in a sense, you're voting for the prime minister, but you're just voting for the party, right?
It's no. It's the party that we're voting for to be in power, because the party decides
who the prime minister is going to be.
Yeah, and it's
right.
usually the leader of the party.
So it's not like here where like, you can vote for Biden as president, but vote for Republicans on everything else.
You could for your local council, for instance, like you could vote Labour into power, but then for your local council vote Tories. I don't know why the fuck you do that, but
right.
But I mean, you could do that, but no, you're not voting for a particular prime minister. There will be a leader, and you have to ask yourself, can they stand up in Parliament and say what they want to say and things like that. So I guess whoever the leader is does have an effect on people's votes. But I think ultimately the people vote for whatever the party is promising.
So then is seats basically allocated by votes then? So like, so I'm just going to use like the 3 majors because I know them. So say it goes 40% Tory, 30% or 40% Tory, 35% Labor, and what would that math be left over? 25% go to the Green Party. Again, just kind of forget all about the other parties. So would 40% of Parliament be Tory, 35% be Labor, and 25% be Green Party then? Or is it a little more skewed than that?
I'm not.
Like I'm
So
just
looking at.
I'm just wondering how you guys do it. Like, do you guys do it like how we do our house races, where it's like there's areas that are broken up into like districts, I guess, and
So this is what it says on the site that I just found. So I'm not 100%. It says there are 650 seats in Parliament. To have a majority, a political party must win over half of these seats, at least 326.
so then how does somebody get to half? You guys have to have some sort of ranked choice voting then.
I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe you could be right. I don't know. I'm gonna give you this website here. Maybe it'll tell you what it is that you need to know.
First past the post. The House of Commons and local councils in England and Wales use a first past the post system. The UK is divided into constituencies, local authorities into wards. At a general or local election, voters put an X next to their preferred candidate on a ballot paper. Ballot papers are counted. The candidate with the most votes represents the constituency or ward. So that would be local, like only local, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm looking for like the national election. Yes, let's go with an American website to tell me how the UK uses voting.
Why not, right?
Okay, so if no party can secure a parliament majority, the result is known as a hung parliament. So what happens in a hung parliament? Who's in charge then?
I'm not. Again, like when it comes to in-house politics, I haven't got a clue. I really don't.
In a general election, the UK is divided into 650 local areas called parliament constituencies. Each one of them is represented by one member of the parliament in the House of Commons. All British, Irish, or qualifying Commonwealth citizens reside in the country, and at 18 on December 12 are able to vote. Britons living abroad who have registered to vote in the UK in the last 15 years, blah, blah, blah. 46 million. This voting system is not without its critics. That's because in most constituencies, the majority of Britons typically end up voting against the winning candidate rather than for them. In fact, of the 21 general elections held between 1935 and 2017, the majority of voters only voted for parties that formed the government in two separate occasions. Okay. Okay, so then I'm thinking that the way it works is kind of how we do ours.
Yeah, I'm thinking the seats every it basically represents every local election, right?
Right,
And the amount that you get with the majority, it will be the people that get into power.
right.
It must be.
So like looking at it through the US eyes, it would be like, so how we have House members where it's like each state is broken down into like an area, um and each one has their own House member. So it would be kind of I think it would be something similar to like how we do this, where it's like for example in this election, there was 214 Republicans and 221 Democrats in the current House. So then that would say that Democrats would hold the majority. That's kind of how I'm taking what they're saying.
Could very well be.
In the UK, a party must secure at least 326 seats. The winning threshold is slightly lower in practice because lawmakers from Northern Ireland's Sinn Féin party do not attend Parliament. Oh, so apparently Sinn Féin is not in Parliament. If, as in 2017, the election proceeds, another hung Parliament, parties may try to form alliances with one another to help win votes in Parliament. Okay, so then you guys can combine things. Where like, yeah, we'll vote with you. Oh yeah, I see. Okay, yeah. So you looking at this map, like you guys do look exactly the way oh, there's still a lot of people that didn't want to leave Brexit, especially up north.
I know. There's a lot of people that didn't.
Okay, yeah, I see what's going on. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is if if somebody doesn't have the full party, okay? Or have the 326 seats, then basically what the other smaller groups can do is be like, we will join you in the vote, quote unquote, for you to become, the majority. So like the Green Party would go to the Labor Party and be like, look, we stand next to you, you have our support, we are a part of you, but we're still the Green Party. So they would be able to like, quote unquote, donate their seats to the Labor Party.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what I'm reading. Because like, as an incumbent, Conservative Party leader Boris Johnson would get first try to form an executive. He may decide to negotiate with another party or parties to build a coalition. Such as in 2010 when Conservatives entered government alongside the Liberal Democrats. Or he may follow the footsteps of his predecessor and seek to form a confidence and supply agreement May returned to Downing Street in June 2017 after reaching this type of deal with Northern Ireland's Democratic Unionist Party. Okay. So, like, do these things actually happen?
I wonder UKIP isn't even a party anymore.
Okay, so if no party gets a majority, the prime minister in power before the general election stays in power and is given the first choice to create a government. They may decide to negotiate with another party or parties to build coalition, try and govern with the minority of members of parliament, to resign, usually after failing to negotiate, and recommend that the leaders of a larger opposition party be invited to form a government. So that tells me that if the UK doesn't um, um, doesn't vote out the Conservatives, then wonderful Liz Truss can stay in power.
I guess so, yeah.
But that's perfectly fine that she stays in power, because like you know, she has the document that's going to save the world, right? So she's fine. Like
Well, she's already said she's going to put a price cap on energy spending and on energy bills. Sorry, and it can only be 2,500 per year. That's
right,
the absolute max.
right. She saved the world. Now, question: if somebody's bill is above that, who pays for that?
I believe that would probably be subsidised by the government at that point.
Yeah, but who pays for that?
Taxpayers.
Which taxpayers?
What do you mean, which taxpayers? A bit of a self-explanatory
No.
answer, man.
No, will it be everyday taxpayers? Will it be the rich taxpayers? Because if it's the everyday taxpayers, then technically they're paying more than $2,500 a year for.
Probably the everydays.
Okay, so then technically she's 100% wrong, and people are going to be paying more than $2,500 a year.
No, we know that. This is why they should have done a windfall tax, and she voted against it. She's one of the people that voted against the windfall tax.
See, that's kind of what I was wanting to get at. Like, I know that it was bullshit, and that she was completely full of shit, but and I figured that that's what it meant. But like, if they were like, okay, so we're going to increase, taxes by 1% for any business making more than, $250 million a year, to help subsidize this, then, then the general populace wouldn't have to pay more in taxes or pay more for their energy. But because, what'd you call them, the everydays?
Yeah.
Is that what you call it? That's a good name. Because the normal, ordinary folk are going to have to pay higher taxes, then, technically they're paying more in energy cost than the 2,500 that the bitch claims.
The bitch.
Well, isn't she who Elton John sang about? The bitch is back. What was that song? I mean, he's been knighted, so of course what he says matters.
Apparently he's a treasure.
You guys have so many good people over there.
We've got shitty people too.
Well, so okay, curious. All the famous people, or at least all the really famous people that's been knighted, are they like really good people? Like, there's three that I can think of: Elton John, Paul McCartney, and Patrick Stewart. Would you say that they were all good people? Like,
I don't really know him.
huh?
I don't really know him.
Well, no, I know you don't know them, but like their
I've never heard a bad word said about him, if that's what you're asking.
basically like their persona in the country, like, because like Boris Johnson, for example, I know you don't know him, but I know you could tell me that he was a giant piece of shit.
Yeah, he's an idiot for being a bastard. Well, I don't really hear of the rest, but Elton John, I believe everyone loves him. Everyone thinks he's a treasure, as I said just now. But apart from that,
Oh, I lost you.
is that better?
Yes.
So when it comes to Elton John, I think people think that he's a national treasure.
Oh, I guess you
besides the
also
rest
have the guy who played Magneto on X-Men. Wasn't he knighted?
Dude, I couldn't tell you who's knighted and who's not, to be honest. I really don't know.
Well, I
know
just
Sir Alex Ferguson is knighted.
Who?
Sir David Attenborough, Dame Judi Dench.
I didn't know Judi Dench was.
Yeah, Dame Judi Dench. She's... Is Paula Radcliffe? Is it Dame Paula Radcliffe? I don't know. I'm not sure if Paula Radcliffe is or not. I don't know. Who else got knighted?
Ian McKinnon. Isn't Ian McKinnon knighted?
I don't know who that is.
Really? Yeah, he's knighted. He's the guy who plays Magneto in the original X-Men movies.
Well, then maybe. I don't know.
He also plays Dumbledore.
I don't know. Is he knighted?
Yeah. But yeah, he also played Dumbledore too. Like, he's played a lot more than just that, but because I mean, fuck, it says he's been an actor for like 70 years.
Oh yeah, he played the Prime Minister in Ali G, which is fucking hilarious.
And I'm pretty sure Patrick Stewart is knighted. He's the one that played Professor X. He also played Captain Picard on Star Trek. I was just wondering, like, I figured, you would know a little bit something since they're like local-ish people.
Well, I know certain people that have been knighted, but she's done all of them. Like Sir Alex Ferguson.
Who?
Dame Judi Dench. Sir Alex Ferguson. He's one of the most successful British football managers ever.
Oh yeah, I know nothing about that. I'm just trying to think of people like I would know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to think of. Sir David Attenborough. You know Attenborough, surely.
Attenborough. That sounds very, very familiar.
Documentaries, nature documentaries, the old guy. Here we have the wilderness. No? Attenborough's a treasure.
So I can't say that I've ever like seen him in anything.
Dude,
but I
David
have
Attenborough's a
but I have
hero.
100% heard of the name.
List of honorary British knights and dames. Okay, let's have a look.
Did he play?
Well, Pele was list of honorary British knights and dames. So when you get a knighthood, you're a sir, right?
Yes.
So Pele is one. I don't know. I've never fucking heard of some of these. Paul Beeson or is that Beeson?
Or maybe this is where I heard the name from.
Bono.
Oh, okay. So, the guy who played in Jurassic Park. His name is Richard Attenborough, which I'm assuming is his brother, maybe?
I don't know.
No, is his son.
Dude, there's lots of people from the US that have got knighthoods.
Oh, no, it's a brother.
Fuck half of these are.
So that's where I've heard the name from, would be from Jurassic Park. I'm sorry.
Okay. Kevin Spacey, Steven Spielberg.
Kevin Spacey is the knight?
Yeah.
Oh, that didn't go over too well.
Wonderful.
So 18, Ringo Starr, Angelina Jolie is apparently a dame.
Bill Gates got a knighthood.
Paul McCartney, Michael Caine. Is Michael Caine like an awesome guy?
Do you know who that is?
You don't know who Michael Caine is?
Nope.
You looking at my screen?
No, I was on Google looking at the knighthoods. Go on. I'm looking at your screen now.
That's Michael Caine.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
He played what is his name? Fuck. Who's the butler in Batman? Alfred. He played Alfred in the Batman trilogy, Dark Knight Rises, and all that.
I didn't. I thought Batman was shit. So I didn't watch it.
You thought those were shit? You thought the Dark Knight was bad?
I just couldn't care about Batman. I think he's shit.
Oh, dude, you need to watch The Dark Knight. Like all three of those movies. So this movie is made by Christopher Nolan, and Christopher Nolan is fucking godly when it comes to his movies. Really, really worth watching it. But no, like he's a really big American actor. Let's see here. Oh, really? Mick Jagger, Judi Dench, Elizabeth Taylor, Julie Andrews, Ben Kingsley, Maggie Smith, Angela Lansbury, Bill Gates, Bono, and Reagan and Bush. They should probably ask for those back. That was probably a mistake. So hungry.
Where do you go to eat food?
I am eating food.
Oh, all right. Sorry.
Oh shit. Like, tell me that's exactly what that says. Fucking ad, go away. Oh my god, just fucking go away. I need to get a better fucking ad blocker. Oh, apparently it's been blocked, or it's been shut off. I guess I'll have to work on that. The Justice Department on Friday, today, asked an appeals court to put on hold parts of the judge's order requiring a third-party review of materials seized last month in Mar-a-Lago. In its request to the 11th U.S. District Court of Appeals, the Justice Department says it wants the court to allow its criminal investigators. So, like, they're now treating this as a criminal investigation. So that means Trump is fucked. Because that's like the most important word there is going to be criminal. So if it was just to continue the investigation, then that's one thing. But like, they're saying criminal investigation. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. They're going to arrest the fucker? Sean, why am I so excited about this?
This is gonna be mad. Do you reckon they're gonna finally take him down?
Yes.
Do you think this could really end in him going down?
Yes. Yes, I do. I'm now starting to feel that by reading what I just read. Because like up until now, like the talking points have been just investigation. Like some of the news people have been saying like criminal investigation and stuff like that. But the words coming out of the Justice Department have just been investigation. But now them saying criminal investigation really feels like it changes things. Oh, Lord. If they arrest Donald Trump, here, I'll tell you this. If they arrest Donald Trump, okay, then I will say that the possibility of a God being real is slightly more possible.
Right.
Or even better yet, I'll stop saying that God is, if it exists, that it is the most unjust, unholy, worst thing imaginable, and say that, you know, he does a lot of really bad things, but sometimes he gets things right. Or she. I don't want to be sexist.
Yeah,
I don't want to be sexist. I'm sorry. So, do you think that if God was really real and God was a woman, that God would have let so much bullshit go on?
No, we'll stop that, and that's why he's not real.
Well, and by bullshit I mean like the sexism, the you know, the nastiness that man has done to woman just in general. Do you think if God was real and a female that would have happened?
No.
Yeah, I don't think so either. Or maybe it is a her and she's like a complete fucking masochist. She's like, I love watching my babies get tortured. Come on, God could be a masochist. I mean,
Could be. Well, I know he was. He fucking flooded the planet for like
I was
40
just
days and 40 nights, didn't
I
he?
was just
He
going to
fucked
say he flooded the whole, or it flooded the whole entire
Yeah.
fucking Earth and killed all of its
Yeah.
babies. So
And he's created how many fucking diseases that have come after us?
exactly.
He is. Fuck God. God's a dick, confirmed.
All right. Hashtag cancel God. Can we get that trending?
Cancel God. God did some shady stuff a couple of years ago. Cancel him.
Can we Me Too him too?
Yeah. His fucking disease came after me too. So
just hashtag cancel God. Hashtag Me Too God.
yeah. You know what? Let's do it. He's pulled way too much shit. I'm not okay with it. He's taking the piss.
Oh.
He's absolutely taking the fucking piss out of us. And I'm done letting it happen.
I love religion. They're such easy targets.
Right.
Dude, fucking, there's this, there's a guy that I've seen on YouTube that I'm really enjoying watching. I'm pretty sure I've shared a video with him. His name's Forrest Valkai. He's a biologist teacher, biology teacher. I think he's a microbiologist. Like that's what his degree's in or whatever. But he's on. So there's this show on YouTube called The Atheist Experience. Well, it's not really on YouTube, but they put it all on YouTube. And it's basically where people call in to basically prove why God exists. Is really the whole premise behind it. And the main person who's on there, his name's Matt Dillahunty. He's an atheist and a very angry person and absolutely amazing at just completely and utterly destroying fucking theists. You know, because like people talk about how great God is and how great the Bible is and that we need to follow the ways of the Bible, blah blah blah, and he'd be like, okay, then what about Exodus? They say slavery is okay. Do you think slavery is okay? And most of the time, the answers you hear, well, back then was a different time. And he's like, no. I'm talking. Do you think owning another human being as property is a good or a bad thing? And usually that ends the conversation because they keep going to, well, things were different back then.
Yeah. Little bitches, isn't they?
Yeah. But anyways, so Forrest, he's been on that show quite a bit, and he's been on some of the other shows that they have that's within their catalog. And good God, he's so fucking good. So this week he's on a show called The Hang Up, and basically what The Hang Up is something that you're hung up about that somebody says or does that just kind of irks you. So the example, so this week, Forrest says that his hang up is, religious people saying, oh, it's okay, God still loves you. Or Jesus loves you. And like he explains to us why that is like the biggest kick in the dick you could think of. it's just, oh, it's so good. I love Forrest. I consume
People
way.
just chat shit, don't they?
Do what?
People just chat absolute shit.
Yeah.
Such dickheads. Like, oh, it's okay, God still loves you. You know what? Fuck God.
Well,
God
okay.
loves me.
So I would say that for the majority of people, because like Forrest even says this too, that their intentions of what they are saying is like good and pure. But the problem is that there's some that their intentions are not good and pure, or they're like full of hate first. Like, oh, you're gay and you love another man and you're evil and you're going to go to hell, but Jesus still loves you. So you have like those types of people. But even just the people who are like, the granny next door is like, oh, thanks for cutting my grass. Jesus loves you. Um, even somebody like that is still, I don't want to say a bad person, but like it still hits the wrong way when you're not a religious person. Because like it's kind of them pushing that faith. They're now pushing that faith onto you. But yeah, it's so good. You need to watch everything that Force is in. Just watch it.
It really
Dude,
annoys me when religion is forced upon people or like anyone else's beliefs. It doesn't matter what the belief is. When you force it upon people and say that people should conform to the way that you think, I just think that that's a problem in general. Like people shouldn't be allowed to do.
Well, and if you fucking turn the tables on them, their fucking heads would explode.
Yeah.
Like imagine if, we took In God We Trust off of our money, which like the U.S. has like voted like 12 times to make sure that that stays a thing in the United States. But like imagine if we just like change that to In Allah We Trust. Like their fucking Christians' heads would like quite literally explode.
No, they'd have a meltdown.
Which
they'd have an absolute meltdown.
Which Allah and God is the same exact thing. Allah is just the Muslim word for God.
I do believe, right? I'm sorry, and I know you don't like this, but you remember what I said to that guy about Western society and Islam or any religion that goes against the LGBT that should be avoided? I still believe that.
Oh no, I agree too, but I'm just using that as an example.
Oh no, I know.
Or could you imagine if an atheist, like there's an atheist lawmaker that was trying to pass, like an anti-religion bill? Like their fucking heads would explode and they would demand that congressman's head on a fucking pike.
Probably. You're probably right.
Man, I consume way too much YouTube. I really do. But that's how I'm so fucking informed. I'm informed by YouTube.
Exactly.
And not TikTok. Did you watch the TikTok that I sent you? Well, actually, I sent it to everybody in chat, but
I think I did. Hold on.
I honestly don't even remember what it was about. But it was good enough that I wanted to share it.
The dinosaurs.
He did not see that coming.
Wait, yeah, I see what you did there.
That's what he says in the video. I'm pretty sure he says that in the video.
Viva asked the questions.
See, and now because I watched that, the fucking algorithm is going to start showing me more Nazi stuff, and I'm going to start moving over into a white supremacist mindset.
Oh, that's what you get.
That's fine. We could be Nazis together.
No, you're on your own.
You're my
I
partner.
don't identify. Sorry.
You're my partner in crime. You
Oh,
don't.
by
You
far.
don't identify.
I do not identify that way. Absolutely not. I'm free to identify however I want, and that is not a way I wish to identify.
Oh, this pizza looks so good. I'm so excited for it. Dude, it sucks so much that I can't fucking eat regular food. Like, I've had fucking, like cheap frozen pizzas so fucking much in the past, like, 2 months. I'm starting to kind of get sick of it.
Is that because of COVID?
I'm not 100% sure. All my research is pointing in that direction. But like, I haven't been like to a doctor's or ever been tested or anything like that, so I couldn't tell you if that is what it is. But that's the direction that my research is pointing. Because like, I was sick at one point, and then like, it wasn't nothing hardcore. But then I started feeling better, and then like a month later, food started tasting rotten. And I looked it up, and that's like one of the things that can happen with COVID. And I'm trying to figure out what it is that is causing the food to taste rotten. Because like, there has to be some sort of basically like common ingredient.
That you're not reacting to positively because of COVID.
Right. Well, because like, so beef, like hamburger, tastes fine. Because I've been having hamburgers for the last few days, and that's been fine. But tacos, like homemade tacos, taste rotten. So it's not the hamburger that's tasting rotten. It has to be the seasoning from the tacos that's tasting rotten. Hot dogs taste rotten.
Okay.
I know they're like two completely different things. That's why it's weird. Chicken breast. Well, I don't know exactly what it was from. So we went to Wendy's, and I got the Asiago chicken sandwich, which basically comes with Asiago cheese, bacon, ranch, lettuce, and a chicken breast. And that also tasted rotten. But they're like processed chicken sandwiches, which would be like the equivalent to like a McChicken. That tasted fine to me. So like, I don't know if it was like the actual chicken breast that tasted bad, or if it was. I don't think it was the bacon, because the bacon tasted fine. It's so fucking weird. Like, I really need to find out what it is that is causing this, so I can avoid that one thing, so that way I can go back to eating the things that I like. Because like, dude, I miss tacos. Oh my god, I miss tacos so much. Like, I'd have tacos like every other week or so. And I haven't had tacos in like 2 months. I miss hot dogs. It's a fucking big old chili cheese dog. Oh, So good.
Yeah, when I came out of hospital, like I felt like really like incredibly different. You know, like there was a lot of things that I wasn't enjoying anymore. Simple little things, right? Like going in a bath, for instance.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like just going in a bath just didn't feel the same anymore. You know what I mean? Laying in specific positions just didn't feel the same anymore. Drinking certain drinks just didn't taste the same anymore. You know what I mean? Like I felt really, really off. Like my body had completely changed. It was
Yeah.
nuts.
Yeah, it has not been a fun journey, that's for sure.
I like that.
You know, that's like I've been terrified to eat out because like I don't want to get something, you know, I don't want to spend, you know, 10, 12, $15 on a meal or whatever and that food come out and it all tastes rotten to me. You know, that's it really sucks.
Yeah, I
You
get
know,
that.
I do really feel bad about like what I've been eating like so like over the last like I don't know, I think it's been like a month and a half or so. Um like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, frozen pizzas, um I just recently started eating hamburgers again because I thought it was the hamburger that didn't taste right to me. Um, I'm thinking it's like garlic or onion powder or something of that nature because like I on my burgers I put salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder as my seasonings, and uh, the first time I thought something tasted nasty or tasted rotten to me was the night I had burgers with that seasoning on it. But now that I'm just putting salt and pepper on my burgers, it tastes perfectly fine. So I'm leaning towards it's like a garlic or onion that is a seasoning that's making things taste rotten to me. Um,
Yeah.
you know, but then again, I've had spaghetti and there's a metric ton of fucking garlic inside the spaghetti sauce. So I just don't fucking know. It's so weird because I can't figure it out what it is. It sucks. Well, you want to end stream?
If you want to, man, if you're done,
Well, I figure it's getting pretty late for you, and I would
yeah,
like to eat, and I'm not really seeing anything in ways of news.
yeah, then. All right, then. Yeah, no worries.
Except for the whole Justice Department thing that makes me happy. Oh, he makes his first. What's his first move? So he set a request for September 20th. Okay. And that's all he's done. Cool. Well, he needs to do more faster. But yeah, I think we'll kill the stream here. I'll eat a little bit. I'll eat a little bit, relax, and then play some Pokemon later.
All right, then. No worries, man. That's cool.
I'm almost done. I finished Gym 7. I think I'm getting close to Gym 8. And then after Gym 8, I go to Gen 1 map, right?
No, so after Gym 8, you got to do the Victory Road, and then the League, and then you go back to Gen 1 map.
Oh, I thought you just got the 8 and then like you had to go to the other map and then do that Victory Road. Okay, that's fine. I'll figure all that out. So would you say going to the second map is a part of completing Generation 2?
Yeah, because on your second trip or your second challenge of the Elite Four, I think is a bit harder because the levels go up.
Right.
So yeah, I'd say that definitely. Not like way harder, but it definitely is harder than normal.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably be. I'm hoping to hit the second map today. That's my hopes.
All right, man. Cool.
That I can get through the. Do you think that I'll be able to get through the last gym and the Elite Four, or Victory Road, whatever you want to call it, in the next sitting?
I guess it depends on how quickly you get through Victory Road and all that.
I think I need to grind a little bit. But all my like almost all my fucking people are getting like extra XP, so
Should be okay then.
because they're all traded.
Oh, there we go. Of course they are.
Well, and I'm also I just got EXP share and I got that sitting on my Growlithe because I need him to evolve into Arcanine. Or I need to get him to level like 48, I think it is. Whenever he is, he gets Flamethrower. So that way I can evolve him into Arcanine.
I actually can't remember what level that is, to be honest.
Da 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 da. Moveset. Gen 2. 50. So when I get him to 50, I level him up. Because like if I go with Arcanine now, Arcanine. All he gets is extreme speed at 50. Which I also want. Oh, cool. I didn't know I didn't know I had a +1 priority. So I do want extreme speed on him. But like that's the only move that he learns from evolution or after evolving. So I want to make sure he at least has a little bit more. Yeah. So that's going to be a nice fun grind. Oh no, I might just go back into the ice cave and. I don't know. Do I even need somebody with fire?
It's not going to do you much good against his 8th gym.
So my team right now is the Growlithe that I'm trying to get to the Arcanine, Steelix, Machamp, whatever the final evolution is, Gyarados. He's just kind of my like HM slave right now. Because there's 3 fucking water HMs. What is that stupid shit? Why the fuck is there 3 water HMs?
I
Anyway.
wouldn't bother with Whirlpool. I'd get rid of Whirlpool, realistically.
Do what?
Whirlpool, I would definitely get rid of that. I wouldn't bother with that. But Surf and Waterfall are quite decent.
So Growlithe, Machoke, Steelix, Gyarados, U, which is my Grassmon, and Gengar. That's my current set. But there's a chance that you get replaced.
You fucking best not replace me, I know.
Well, like, he's my lowest level right now. By, like, quite a bit, too.
Are you talking about Meganium?
Whatever the starter is.
Well, you haven't even evolved it yet?
He's in the second stage. He's level 19 right now.
Really, really low. Holy crap.
I haven't used him. I haven't needed to use him. Dude, my Machamp is a baller. He's fucking stupid. Like, he's karate chopping everybody and just demolishing them. And if that doesn't work, then I put in my fucking Gengar, and my Gengar whoops their ass.
Yeah, Gengar's overpowered as fuck. He's so good. Simply because his special is so high.
Yeah.
And his special defense, like,
and his speed is fast.
He gets hit with, he survives.
And his speed is fast.
Yeah. He's so fast and hits it so hard. And as long as he gets hit with a special move, he's surviving, like, everything.
Yeah. Well, and most, like, not special moves aren't even going to hurt him. Because he's Ghost. Because, like, fighting doesn't work against Ghost, right? In Gen 2, fighting didn't work against Ghost. I think they made it later, but, like, I know normal didn't. But I also think fighting also didn't work against Ghost, right?
Fighting...
Because, like, I'm pretty sure I haven't been able to karate chop a Gengar.
It depends on what your ability is. If you have Scrappy as an ability, then normal and fighting type moves can hit. Or if you use the move Foresight, then you can hit those types with fighting types and normal types. I think. I'm sure I'm right in saying that.
Well, Scrappy ability, that's not a thing until the next generation, right?
I'm not sure, mate. I haven't got a clue.
Because, like, isn't that what the Generation 3 thing is? Is, like, everybody has, like, a secondary trait, or a new trait, or whatever you want to call it. Yeah. Alright. But yeah, we'll kill stream here, and I'll play some Pokemans later.
Alright, then no worries. I'll speak to you tomorrow then.
Alright, Bubba.
See you later, bro.
See ya. Alright, thank you everybody for watching and joining. I hope you had a good time. I know I did. I will probably be back in an hour and a half. Probably by midnight, which would be an hour and 50 minutes from now. To continue my Pokemon journey. And until then, I hope everybody has a good morning, good night, good afternoon, whatever time it is in your world, and I'll see you later. Take care.